If you go without sleep, you die. And in fact, you die from lack of sleep faster than you would from lack of food.
Well, that's horrible, but the vast majority of us should be lucky to know that we're not going to die from not getting enough sleep. But we do need to keep in mind how important it is. Why? Well, poor quality sleep and not enough sleep play a pretty significant role in obesity and weight gain. So in this video, we're going to go over how poor quality sleep affects adults, how it affects our kids, how much sleep we should actually be getting each night, and then I'll give you 12 tips to improve your sleep quality and duration, all so you can stop feeling so tired all the time and even lose weight at the same time. Now, every year, more and more studies come out highlighting a direct connection between short sleep duration, poor sleep quality, and obesity in people of all ages, even kids. In fact, according to Pediatrics, official journal of the American Pediatrics, in children 2 to 6 years old, staying awake past 9 p.m. may increase the risk of obesity. And another study also came to the same conclusion and found that young children who frequently stayed up until 9 p.m. or later had greater increases in both body mass index and waist circumference, particularly in children of overweight and obese parents. And according to Dr. Shalini Paruthi, co-director of the Sleep Medicine and Research Center in St. Luke's Hospital in St. Louis and a spokesperson for the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, she says that we know that short sleep duration in children is associated with higher insulin levels and also a higher insulin insensitivity, meaning young bodies may not be able to process insulin and glucose properly, which can ultimately lead to weight gain. Additionally, studies show that lack of sleep increases the desire for food, and the fatigue from lack of sleep decreases physical activity. And lastly, she says that studies also show that when children don't sleep enough, their leptin and ghrelin hormones can be affected. So we have insulin resistance, reduced physical activity, fatigue, leptin and ghrelin dysfunction. None of that is going to be good for our kids. And all that sounds pretty horrible, but what about adults though? Well, I'm sure you already know this, but there's even more data on poor sleep hygiene and the connection with weight gain and obesity than there is with kids. And guess what? Well, the same issues arise: insulin resistance, food cravings, leptin and ghrelin dysfunction, and the list really just goes on. But basically, what we see here is that poor quality sleep and not enough sleep create huge problems from a hormonal standpoint. Now, how many people actually struggle with their sleep? Well, the answer to that is a lot. Almost 75 million, or 35% of the adult US population, sleep less than 7 hours a night. And almost half of Americans say that they feel sleepy during the day, anywhere between 3 and 7 days of the week. And then another 37.9% of adults report unintentionally falling asleep during the day or while at work. Now, here's what we do know happens when we can actually get a good night's sleep. Getting good quality sleep at night will optimize our growth hormone and testosterone production, improve insulin sensitivity, decrease inflammation, and promote better recovery and brain function. And it can also help with weight loss. So it sounds to me like these are all things that can kind of make us superhumans, but how much sleep should we actually be getting at night? Well, I think from a very general perspective, for kids, it should probably be between 8 and 10 hours. And for adults, it can be between 7 and 9. But our sleep duration can also be based on ultradian cycles, which are essentially just the 90-minute oscillations or stages between REM and non-REM sleep. So for some people, maybe getting 6 hours, 7.5 hours, or 9 hours of sleep could be ideal. And lastly, when it comes to bedtime though, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is great. But now the big question is, how do we improve our sleep hygiene and get a good night's sleep? But before we jump into that, if you're liking this video, then please hit that like button. It would be greatly appreciated and would definitely help with the YouTube algorithm. Well, now that we got that out of the way, let's go over some tips on how to improve your quality of sleep and sleep duration. Number 1, exercise. We have solid evidence that exercise does in fact help you fall asleep more quickly, and it improves your quality of sleep as well. So try to experiment and do 30 minutes of some type of resistance training for 3 days and see how it affects your sleep. If you already do this though, just keep on watching. Number 2, get some sunlight early in the morning. So our circadian rhythm, or our natural clock, tells us when it's time to wake up and when it's time to go to bed. And it's very heavily influenced by environmental cues like light. And according to a 2017 study published in the Journal of Sleep Health, people who are exposed to sunlight in the morning sleep better at night, and they actually feel less stressed and depressed than people who don't get access to morning sunlight. Number 3, sleep in a cooler room, 68 degrees Fahrenheit or cooler. Now, simply put, warmer temperatures can cause discomfort and restlessness, and sleeping in a room that's about 68 degrees or less can actually help increase levels of melatonin. And additionally, a bedroom that's too warm can actually interfere with your body's ability to thermoregulate, which can ultimately lead to fatigue the following day. Number 4, try blackout curtains. So light entering our bedrooms can be incredibly disruptive, and sleeping in the darkest possible room gives you the best chance to reduce light interrupting your sleep. And using blackout curtains can be really helpful when it comes to accomplishing your goals of longer and better quality sleep. Number 5, set an alarm to get ready for bed. Yep, sounds a little silly, but it can actually work. So let's say that you want to go to bed by 10 p.m. Set your alarm for 9:15 or 9:30 and start shutting everything down. Bonus points if you can actually get the lights out before 10 o'clock. Number 6, no electronics 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Now, your body uses light as a way to let you know that you should be awake. And when you're approaching bedtime, you'll want to ensure that you have the best night of sleep. So it's really best to avoid any strong light stimulus so you can increase the likelihood of falling asleep faster. And here's a little bonus tip. If you wake up in the middle of the night, do not look at your phone. The light from your phone is going to keep you awake. Number 7, turn on blue light blockers on all of your devices. So cell phones, computer screens, and TVs, they all use blue light to create their images, and blue light can be incredibly disruptive with our circadian rhythm, or our natural sleep clock, and it ultimately tells us to be awake. Now, by installing or using blue light blocking software on our devices, you are able to reduce the blue light that is emitted. Now, Apple products come with pre-installed software called Night Shift, and this allows you to adjust the light settings on your phone, tablet, or computer to change it to a more orange or warm color, which is less stressful on your eyes. Now, Android users also have blue light filters. It's called Eye Comfort Shield, and it does the exact same thing as Night Shift. For PC users, you can go to your display settings and turn on night light. Now, all of these help you with falling asleep faster. And if you use these apps consistently and then you were to actually go and use a device that doesn't have blue blocking software turned on, you're gonna know immediately. Number 8, try some blue blocker glasses. So just like the apps that adjust your screen brightness and hue, blue blocker sunglasses can do the same exact thing as using that software, but they work great, especially when you're looking at a device that actually doesn't have that color changing capability. Well, if you think I look handsome in these blue blocker glasses and you want to look as incredible as me, I'm gonna leave an Amazon affiliate link in the description down below. Number 9, don't go to bed angry. So never ever go to bed angry or when you're in a bad mood. Besides making it really difficult to fall asleep, it's really just kind of a bad way to end your day. So before going to bed, try and think of 3 things that happened that day that you're grateful for. And this is a great way to help you stay happy and get in a better mood so you can fall asleep faster. Number 10, it might be a good idea to sleep without your pets. Now, a lot of people sleep with their pets in their rooms or on their beds. And if you find that your furry little friend is getting up in the middle of the night and waking you up too, it might be a good idea to have them sleep in a different place. Number 11, limit refined carbs, sugar, and alcohol. Now, insulin resistance and high blood sugar go hand in hand, and carbs do a great job at increasing blood glucose. And one of the symptoms of insulin resistance and chronically elevated blood sugar is excessive urination, especially at night. So if you're frequently waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, going low carb, sugar-free, and cutting alcohol could be pretty helpful. Number 12, take magnesium threonate at night. So magnesium is known to have some pretty amazing natural calming effects. And if you try the above tactics to get better sleep and you're still facing some challenges, taking some magnesium threonate can actually go a pretty long way. And some of the benefits of magnesium is that it can actually be really helpful with relaxation and getting you to fall asleep faster, while also doing the same thing if you happen to get woken up in the middle of the night. And if you're interested in trying magnesium threonate, I'll put an Amazon affiliate link in the description down below. And here's a bonus, don't have kids. I'm totally kidding, 100% kidding. I'm not kidding at all, but seriously, I'm kidding, I think. All right, try it out, get some sleep. I'll see you on the next one. Number 12. Oh, wow. So stupid. All right, well, if you like that video and you want to learn more about one of the absolute best nutrition strategies when it comes to losing weight while feeling great, check out this video right here. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.